What is going on, everybody? Now, I am over here laughing my ass off because all I see is down in the corner, Kevin just dancing like this.
No, you
I'm
saw
like,
me.
oh, I did. I tried
Dude,
to
that
pull
was
my
great.
I tried to pull my phone out to record it, but you were done. It was like a quick one and done.
Man, that intro was great, man. Had me hyped. Set the mood.
Yes.
So I want to start off by saying that I rewatched this movie this afternoon. My Letterboxd score has gone up.
Oh.
Sorry, Marie, it's not a 5-star, but it has gone up.
Okay.
So
I'll
just originally a 3. It was a 3, right?
Yeah, it was a 3. I gave it a 4. I don't know. That first watch, I think I kind of effed up starting it at 1:30 in the morning and then falling asleep on it and then picking it up the next day. I think that was definitely my fault. Going back and rewatching it, the cinematography in this is phenomenal. I mean, and the what I just played right there on the intro was amazing. The camera work was amazing. The acting was amazing. I see why a lot of people say that this is like the best remake of all time. Because it lives up to it. And this is a lot of people's favorite Evil Dead, period. And I'm not going to argue with them on that. So anyways, appreciate everybody tuning into the Wild Watch Along. Marie is the one who picked this movie. So Marie, why did you pick this movie?
Well, honestly, when I did my first episode I ever did with you, and it was our top 10 favorite horror movies, I was really, really thinking, like, what is my number one favorite? It's got to be Halloween, right? It's been my favorite for so many years. So it's got to be, what the Blair Witch, though? So, but then I really thought about it. I'm like, nothing makes me feel the way the Evil Dead remake makes me feel. It was such a surprise. Like, I went into it with, I like to go into things with low expectations so that if it's good, I'm like, oh, wow, good. So I went into it being like, oh, no, Bruce Campbell, what? This is gonna suck. And when I watched it, I was like, right after the intro, before the Evil Dead pops up, I was like, this is amazing. This is already, I'm hooked already. And then it just has everything I want in a horror movie. It's a little bit silly, not as silly as the original one, and especially 2. The gore is over the top. It pays such tribute to the original Evil Dead and also aspects of Evil Dead 2. I grew up with the Evil Dead franchise, and some of my most like my first horror movie experiences, flashbacks in my mind were of the Evil Dead when my brother had friends over and I went downstairs and they're like, go upstairs, and it was like the tree scene, and then it came back down when they were watching Evil Dead 2 and it was like the scene where everything's laughing at him, like the deer head and like the lamp, and I was like, what is this? So then it became like my favorite franchise, and every spooky season I had to watch the whole franchise like every year. So this one came out and it made me appreciate Evil Dead more, but now when I watch the originals, it makes me appreciate the remake even more. And it's just sorry, okay, I can go on forever, so I'm gonna shut up.
No, I love
No, yeah, this is your movie.
I love it.
Yeah,
really it's an adrenaline rush for me.
No, I can tell, and I'm glad that you picked this, and I can tell that your heart is definitely into it. So I'm excited to jump into it. So before we get into it, just to let everybody know, Kevin, if he moves his head just a little bit, that is exactly where we are starting right there on the intro. It's about 15, 16 seconds in, and we're going to go ahead and start there in just a few minutes. But Kev, what was your first experience kind of watching this movie?
So I never grew up an Evil Dead fan. I don't remember the first time I saw the OG. It was definitely after the remake. I knew it had a big following. I knew it was a big classic. And so I remember like researching this movie, and I remember they went and shot it. Maybe you remember, Marie, but they shot it overseas somewhere in like Romania, somewhere like that. And I remember Fede Alvarez just giving little details. Every so often I was just eating it up because I was like, this movie's going to be incredible. And it was advertised as like the scariest movie you've ever seen. And so I couldn't wait to see it. And I remember going to the movies to see it and liking it, but also being confused and torn by the experience because I've never seen any of the Evil Dead. So I didn't know like the dark comedy that's with it, that comes with it. And so when I saw like some of the homages that were in this remake, I was like, I didn't know they were paying homage to the OG at the time. Like there's some quotes about your filthy soul and stuff like that. I was like, that's a little off for me, but knowing that was a part of the original, now I understand how tastefully done this remake is, and tonally it's my type of Evil Dead. I prefer this remake over the OG, even though the OG is so fun, and it has its own certain type of charm. But yeah, I remember going to the movies to see this and being a little disappointed by it, but it's really grown on me over time, and so I like it a lot.
Yeah, I think that this is my favorite Evil Dead. I still enjoy the first one. I'll be honest, not the biggest fan of the second one. I don't hate it. Just not the biggest fan of it. And I was just shocked actually, even especially on my second rewatch of this, just how much I enjoyed it. You know, I got a little nervous, just a little bit, knowing that it was a remake of a movie that I did really enjoy. I think that's just natural. But then again, I had the backing of, you know, Marie and Kev and everybody else that just absolutely adores this movie. So I figured it would be pretty good, and it's obviously highly rated for obvious reasons. So I think it's only right that we go ahead and jump into this. So just as always, we will we will hit play on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then play.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Y'all ready? All right.
Yeah,
3,
I'm ready.
2, 1, play.
Oh. Come on, don't freeze on me.
It's okay. Let us know if we need to stop.
I think I'm... All right. Even this.
I was just about to say.
I love that
even,
Ghost House
even the
intro.
Ghost House pictures. Such
like
good
1 second off Kevin's. Like a second off.
Am I ahead a little bit?
Just like a second.
Oh, I got
just
you.
A tab. Literally, I'm at the same exact spot.
Me too. Now it's like the exact same. Woo!
That's crazy. Kevin, his 1 second pause was perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I love how they did this, and how when I first watched this, I'm like, this poor girl. Oh no, these dirty hillbilly. And then I was like, oh.
Marie, when you were first like witnessing this, was your heart like pounding and you were just like an adrenaline rush? Because it was like that for me with the It remake. Because I love that movie so much. Yeah,
the same for me.
Oh, like my insides, like when I get really excited about something, it's like I can feel my innards vibrating, and I'm like, I have to like catch my breath. Like this movie just made me smile and shake.
Honestly, I think the movie that has come out recently that had me like that was Halloween 2018, because I hadn't seen anything since the Rob Zombie movies. So I was just in the theater and my heart was racing even before the previews came on. I was like, oh man, please.
Yeah, that's such a rarity, man. That's such a cool feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dialogue, the Deadite dialogue is supposed to be a little silly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when you don't really know that going in, you think it's going to be like 100% serious.
Yeah.
Like, but then you're like, oh, wait, they actually toned down the silliness a lot in this one. Made it a lot darker.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It seems like they're doubling down on that with Evil Dead Rise, too.
Now we'll see. We'll see about Evil Dead Rise. We'll see.
We'll see. Fingers crossed, though.
Yeah. But see, I'm going to go into it expecting the worst. Because if it's good, I want to be pleasantly surprised like I was with this movie.
True.
I'll rip your soul out, Dad.
You pathetic fuck. So bad.
I love you, baby.
I remember when I first saw it, I was like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what is happening?
Because I was like, why is he being such a dick? Like, what's going on?
Well, I like the way he looks down and he's like you killed her, because he's trying to convince himself that no, man, my daughter's a demon. I saw it happen. She's cute now. She's all innocent, but no.
And when he poured that gasoline on her, I was like, oh shit. Like, that's when I tensed up. I was like, here we go.
This sound in the background is my most favorite parts of the whole movie. It's like a siren almost. Oh.
I love when she says that.
Yeah.
I will kill you.
Look how this looks like it's happening. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, who are those people?
I don't know who those people are, but I allow it.
Boom.
Just this. Oh, I still get chills every time that comes up. Ooh.
I love that for you.
I like this whole upside down. There is some scene, I think, in the first. Yeah. There's some scene in the first one. I remember I rewatched the first one a couple weekends ago, and I remember being like, "Oh yeah, they did the upside down thing." Like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many little things, and what I love about this part, I like that they didn't show them having the conversation in the car like they do in the first, and I think the second one, because then it makes it more like a cheesy teen movie.
True.
In a way,
it is definitely more effective this way with that light music in the background.
Oh, guys. Might start crying. I love it. Kevin, how's that mirror working for you?
It's good. I can only see like the center of the TV. So everyone that's watching, I usually have the movie playing on my iPad, but because all these streaming services take down movies all the time.
Fucking Hulu,
man. So Evil Dead's not streaming anywhere. But I usually have the streaming one on my iPad, the Blu-ray playing in the back. So right now I'm watching it through a mirror, either the mirror or on my screen. But it's working.
How do you feel about the cast, Marie? Pretty like them pretty much.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought it all went together perfectly, in my opinion.
Her and her brother don't really look alike, but my kids don't look like anything like each other, so whatever.
I wish the brother had a little bit more soul to him. He's a little dry. Like, he's serviceable. He's fine.
Yeah.
But I wish that would have elevated it for me if I bought into his character and his relationship with Mia, because Mia's like the star of this movie, hands down. Like, she's so good at this. And I wish and it's hard to compete with that, but I wish he brought a little bit more, if that makes sense.
Okay, so I love how she's drawing in the pad, just like how his sister draws in the first one. She's drawing the clock in the first one, and also the Michigan State sweater. Yeah. And then the first one, Ash's girlfriend is wearing a Michigan State sweater, and Sam Raimi's from Michigan, and he went to Michigan State, and there's all these behind the scenes shots where he's wearing Michigan. That's why I bought this little boy's sweater for $10 today.
Love that.
And that's the original, like, I don't know if it's the original car from Evil Dead 1 or the exact model. Yeah. Everything, guys, this movie, just they took everything that, like, little tiny Easter eggs. You can tell he was like super passionate about Evil Dead.
Yeah.
And loved it. Yeah. And this necklace is from the first one and Evil Dead 2.
I always think it's super cool when you can if you're doing a remake, take those nods and those tidbits and put them in there, but also make the movie your own, like as a director and a writer. like put a new twist on it, but still pay homage in a respectful way. I mean, because there's plenty of remakes out there that go overboard with too much callbacks and stuff like that. But I think that this movie definitely hits it. It has the perfect amount of callbacks, pays homage in the perfect way, but it also writes its own type of story. I've heard a lot of people say that some people consider this a remake, but some people also consider this a little bit of a sequel in different types of ways. Me, obviously, it's more of a remake, but that's just a nod again of the writer being able to make it his own and it working.
Perfectly working. And Kevin, I used to think the same way about the brother because I thought he was a little dry, and I was like, eh. But then I think it was the last time I watched it, which was this past weekend. I was like, you know what? But I don't mind it because he doesn't overshadow Mia. And Mia still has the most heart in the whole movie. And I think it's like intentional that everyone else is like a little bit what's that word? Like muted in their personalities because she is a standout and there's no competition for her character.
Yeah. I feel you.
But I felt that exact same way until probably just last weekend.
Yeah. Like the whole movie it's all about her arc and her journey through this. I don't know. He's the only character that I wanted a little bit more from, but I do see what you're saying.
But I'm okay with it also a little bit. Maybe I'm just trying to like talk myself into being okay with it because I wasn't so sad with his outcome because I was like, he was all right though. He wasn't that much.
Yeah.
So it's okay. Whatever happens to him, it's okay. And that's how I like feeling in an Evil Dead movie. I want to feel like if any of these people get possessed, I'm cool with it. But that's why I don't want to see this new one because there's little cute kids.
Yeah, it's different. Touching
it's gonna
back
hit
on the there's a scene where it's after she runs into the tree and that whole thing happens and she's in her room and she's like snot's coming out of her nose, she's crying and she's trying to get David to listen to her and he's like, "You're fine," and he closes the door. I wanted him to stay in there with her and maybe she sees the demon when he falls asleep or something. I just wanted him to be more supportive of her going through this withdrawal instead of just being like, "Okay, stay in this room, goodbye." I wanted them to embrace her more.
But it's also in his character to leave when things get tough. Which is what they always talk about. It's like, oh, well,
okay.
You're right.
That's part of his character.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Fuck.
That is true.
Damn. You're right.
No, I had to like really think about and like defend why things are the way they are in this movie because I love it so much and I don't want to have any loopholes as to why I love it.
I don't think we're gonna find any loopholes with you, man. I don't think we're going to.
You guys are entitled to your own opinion. But mine is right.
Kevin, what are you drinking, by the way? I know you when you did your first sip, you're like, man, that's good.
It's tea.
I love that. I've always wanted to. It sounds weird. Get into tea. I've just never tried it really or anything like that.
Well, I've never been a big tea person, but here lately it's just been, especially with it being wintertime, it's been nice. I mean, it's like it's caffeine free. It's got like ginger and turmeric and stuff in it, so it's just
nice.
It's
love
nice.
I'm a huge tea person. I have a drawer of teas, all these loose leaf ones from the special tea store. So I'm a tea person, and it is fun to be one.
I was about to say, if I want to be a tea person, I got two people to go to.
Yeah, tea gurus.
I forgot to say what's up to. Is it Shyam? I can't pronounce his name.
Shyam? No. I've been through this with him. It's just Sham, right?
Sham.
Sham, is that your name? Hi, we've been through this already before.
Sorry for mispronouncing it, man. But he's always been really supportive of all of us. And so
always.
I say thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
absolutely. Dude. What's up, dude?
Good
Appreciate
people.
You tuning in, man.
Also, he lives in the UK and it's like 6 hours difference. So go to bed. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Watch us.
Yeah, he responded to my story and was like, man, I hope I'm up for that. I'm like, what?
Nice.
And I was like, oh, yeah, UK. Yeah, I forgot.
See, and like he's playing with the cards here, and that's a throwback to the first one. I just read online today that apparently, I don't know if you guys remember in the first one how when Ash's sister gets possessed and she's like naming The cards that the other girl's holding. They had these cards on the table, and they're apparently laid in that same. What am I sequence? That she said it. They just thought of so many things.
He said the Y is silent. So sham.
Okay, so sham or sham?
Oh, sham. Yeah.
We're still struggling. I suck. It's me though. I suck at stuff like that. I'm terrible. So Marie, when you obviously this is your fave. Were you somebody who wanted them to do more Evil Deads, or you kind of wanted to like let's kind of hold off and not touch that? It's a tricky topic. I know. Trust me.
I usually with movies don't want people to touch it. I want to just leave it. But after this one, I didn't want any more because I didn't want them to taint how good this was. But I would have liked a sequel to this with Mia in it, but directed by the same director. That's what I would want. I'd want that. It's so good because they don't trust her because she's a druggie and she's coming off her drugs, but she's the only one who's right.
Yeah,
it's a great premise.
Yeah,
it is. Because it doesn't start out, I feel like this movie obviously from the opening just starts off at 100, and I feel like it doesn't really slow up to a point to where you feel out of it. In my opinion, like you're definitely in it for the whole time from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Marie, do you have a favorite scene in this movie?
Maybe the X-Acto knife scene. I love with the tongue. I also like. I know I have many, but I'm gonna have to when they come. But the X-Acto knife with the tongue is probably my number one favorite.
Yeah, it is good. I have two.
Well, no, like my favorite's the tree scene.
Yeah.
For many reasons, which I will discuss when we get there. But what are your favorite?
They're a little more. Well, they're not really subtle, but they're probably not at the top of everybody's favorite scenes. I love whenever Mia is like fully possessed and she comes walking out into the living room and she's like all like crunkled up and crinkled.
Yeah,
and it's like tight shots on her face, and then the door busts open and you hear the OG sound effects. Of the Deadites. That is wonderful, man. It's like and she's screaming.
That was my favorite.
That gave me chill bumps talking about that. I love that, and then I love the scene where David goes to spoiler alert. It's the red dress scene where he's burying her, and she's like, "Why do you hate me, David?" And she starts hyperventilating. I just think that's really scary.
That is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I love that part. Every time that part comes on with the hyperventilating, I get the chills. And I'm like, yes.
It's great.
Who would do this?
With cats and stuff? Some peeps.
Yeah.
Some witchy peeps. And I like that they made the Necronomicon look different. Like it doesn't have a face or anything. It's just like sewn together flesh.
Yeah, and this new one, Evil Dead Rises, got teeth, like that book from Harry Potter, the monster book. You know what I'm talking about?
I've never seen a Harry Potter movie.
It's the book of monsters. It's under the bed. It starts like chasing everybody.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. I was gonna like come at you, Marie, but I was like, I can't do that. I literally just like watched Harry Potter for the first time like 2.5 years ago. So.
Oh, you're telling me for not watching it?
I was going to, but I'm like, I have no room to do that. Like, I can't do that. I'm still in I was definitely in the late stage. Kevin, on the other hand, was a Harry Potter fan, very young.
I think it came out when I was in 5th grade. At least the book did. So I grew up on it.
I love this foreshadowing.
Yeah.
My parents have that exact same electric knife.
Really?
It's the exact same one. I think it's also kind of questionable when this movie takes place. Like, is it in the 90s? Because like the fashion kind of looks 90s-ish. There's no cell phone. Like, I don't know. I can't
could
tell.
see it. I could see it.
What
being
Definitely looks
era they're trying to.
Maybe early 2000s.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, yeah.
It kind of feels 90s now that I think about it.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
It says that somewhere.
This guy.
It's like calling to him. Yeah, but he gets it. Like, he gets it so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do it.
It's calling to him though. It's calling.
I know, but glad I'm not the biggest reader because I'm like, fuck that. if I see a book, I'll just keep moving. Like,
God,
I love
an
Stephen.
Academic. Jeez, save my life.
Yeah, true. I think I've read 2 Stephen King books. That's about it.
I don't read very much either, Michael. I probably should read more.
Yeah, let's just not talk about reading right now.
No. Clearly, it's not to be toyed with.
Don't do it.
It looks so good. They made it look so good.
Yeah.
Wonder where that book is now.
Yeah. But he's kind of like the weakest person in this whole. So it makes sense that he'd fall for the Deadite calling.
I can see why you would have the curiosity of like, what the fuck is this? I just want to take a peek. But him reading the words out loud.
Yeah. I know.
I'm sorry. I'm not having no curiosity. I'm gonna go ahead and put that thing back where it was found. I guess that's where watching too many horror movies comes into place.
Oh, and this. Oh, I remember when I first saw it, I was just like, oh, this is when everything started like shake super bad. But these scenes. Here we go.
Oh man.
Yes.
Right.
Oh. Look at the way this is the way she stands with her hand and her
Yeah.
Look at that snot. So good.
It is. It is.
It's like some real slimy looking snot.
Good acting, though. Good acting.
Oh, yeah. She's amazing in this movie. Amazing.
Yeah. Fuck that.
We are so dead on with timing. It's
good.
It's so impressive.
Yeah. It's perfect. I'm telling you, Kevin and his pausing skills, man.
They got the same like clock in this movie as the original one, and guys, this movie. No, don't do it.
You dick.
You pathetic fuck.
Well, fuck you very much.
Oh, I forgot about her.
What happens to her?
I don't know her character name, but I love when she's going to the bathroom and it stops her dead in her tracks.
Yes.
That's
so good. That is, yes. And then her head just twitching with that like cracking
and she starts
noise.
like urinating down her leg and shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exorcist shit right there.
I only really have, besides the brother, I only have one issue with this movie. Just one.
Mm-hmm.
It's when Mia. Hang on.
I know, it's too good.
It's so good. It's so good.
This is a cool shot.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
I wish that the deadite that Mia was seeing wasn't her, essentially. I wish it was something akin to like Captain Howdy in The Exorcist, something different.
Yeah.
Like a more sinister presence. Just something that didn't look like her when she's a deadite, but that's all.
To rebuttal.
Yeah, no, I'm ready.
Because it's her battling addiction and stuff, it's almost like, is she seeing like the worst side of herself? Is it all in her mind? You don't know. Like, is it her inner demons, whatever? Also, I think it plays a huge part in the tree scene. Because it almost doesn't feel as R-wordy because it's like she's doing it to herself. I think that's kind of like they were playing it as safe as they possibly could with the tree scene. I will go on forever about how I'm so happy they kept that scene in this movie because they would never put that in anymore.
Yeah,
like
that
in
is
this day and age,
today, no way.
Not gonna happen.
And I remember when I first watched this, I'm like, are they gonna do it? They didn't even put it in Evil Dead 2. And I was just like, are they gonna do this? And they did it, and I was like, that's it. This movie is perfect already, and this is so cool. And another thing, no, she's running and she goes through like that circle of like the open hole. Because to me, I'm like, is everything that happens when she goes through this real? Or is it in her mind? Like, is this symbolic of her like entering some sort of like possessed state? I
do love how metaphorical you made. I never thought about it that way, where she's in a war against her demons and her drug addiction and everything else. So that's cool.
Oh, the acting here is
phenomenal.
So good. Like, it seems like she's really getting choked out. I don't know how uncomfortable that was supposed to act. Like, physically and mentally, just... Oh. And this right here with her moving her chest. Oh! Because it's like, is she breathing like that? Or is she regurgitating?
Yeah.
This thing that's coming out of her? Oh, my God.
That's so creepy.
I know. They reimagined the scene so perfectly.
The thorns on it.
I know. It's all barbed. God. Horrifying. And her scream she lets out is just...
Yeah.
Oh, my God. So good. Yeah. favorite scene in any Evil Dead movie. And like one of my top 5 favorite scenes in maybe a horror movie. That.
Yeah, that was really good.
Cry.
I like the woods too. So eerie.
Oh yeah. It is.
Yeah, see, I can understand why you would go to, if this was in Romania, why you would go here to shoot this. I can see why. As opposed to the new Texas Chainsaw movie, the Netflix Texas Chainsaw, where they went to like, I don't know where they went, somewhere over in the same area, And I don't understand why, because that whole movie takes place on like a backlot, like a soundstage looking area.
Yeah. That was my worst movie of 2022, by the way.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I just heard not to watch it.
Oh, it sucks. It's so bad. A lot of people like it though, but
yeah, I know, which is crazy to
man.
me. But hey, whatever people like, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Yeah, this thing's great.
What's your favorite scene of this movie, Marie? This whole movie. That's my favorite scene.
Yeah. What's your favorite scene, Marie? Yes.
Yes.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yeah, her acting here is so good.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that.
And they add like these spit strings in her mouth, like post-production spit strings. Oh, it's perfect. Perfect.
You don't understand.
Yeah.
Like I just love the flare of the nostrils.
And how she's not blinking. Her eyes are super wide. Oh.
And this guy doesn't know like what coming off drugs looks like. He's probably just like, no, and then he has this whole team of people behind him telling him to leave her alone and just whatever.
How do you feel about this shot in the mirror, Marie?
Yes.
You love it?
I love it so
I love
she's
that.
like flicking her tongue with all this blood dripping down. Come on now. How could you not love that? And I love this, how that's the Evil Dead 1 poster from back in the day. So good. Come on, Michael. Do you have a favorite scene? The 2 times you watched it?
Yeah.
Anything really stand out?
Give me a couple more times.
Okay. That's what Ash says in the first one. Direct line taken from the first one. This is why I love it. You want to know why? This is why. I love it. Annoying amounts.
Well, it doesn't bash you over the head with it either, where it's just like, hey, we're being cute. We really love Evil Dead. It does it in a really like tasteful, subtle way.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I was saying earlier. Some remakes like just beat you over the head way too much with that shit. And it kind of dilutes it.
Yeah, that's a good word. It does.
See, I find, and this one, I just find just elevates everything. It elevates it.
Grandpa.
And that I'm just like, why is the dog named Grandpa? No, that's why I Grandpa? I don't know. Oh, you know what? And I was also thinking too, I'm like, why do they even have this dog in this movie? But then this whole scene here explains like the cuts and the holes in this shed so that they can have the other scene later. Otherwise, that scene, you'd be like, well, why is there that hole there? Why is there a hole here in the floor? Why? But this is like a way to introduce the blueprint of the shed with this dead dog.
Well, also it shows like the deterioration of Mia when she kills. That's her first like, oh shit, like we are spiraling quickly.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. One of the things I struggle with most in movies is movies that dogs die. It's the worst for me. I just
that's a thing for people. I know. they don't. At least they don't kind of show it happen.
No. I agree, which is good.
But it's horrifying.
No, it's good.
It's a horrible thing to have.
I didn't always feel that way until I got my own dog.
That's how I felt about
care about dogs before. I'm just saying, like, it's different when you like have your own. You know what I mean?
That's like me seeing kids die in movies. Is why I don't want to. I'm not interested in this new Evil Dead movie. I'm like, no, I don't want to be worried about a child while watching a horror movie. No, I worry about children all day. Let me have a break. God.
That's how all women take showers, by the way.
It is. I'm not gonna lie. It is. There's memes about it, and it's true.
No, it's 100% true. I've gotten 2nd-degree burns before.
Rad.
That sound in the background. That. Oh, I love that sound that they have.
Can you imagine how exhausting it was to film this shit for her?
Yeah, I think she said it was a really not great experience.
I believe it. I mean, because just think about the tree scene. Like, how many times did you film the tree scene to begin with? You know what I mean?
I know. Yeah, dude, you did this. You and your curiosity.
I have to say it. I know I touched on this earlier, like how it starts fast and like you never feel out of it. I feel like this is a perfect run time as well, like around that 90-minute mark. I absolutely love movies around that. It reminds me of like the H2O. Like I feel like that's like a perfect run time for me.
Yes, agreed. This is done so much better than in the first one because it's like, oh, it's just naturally floods all the time. It's not like some weird demon curled up a bridge. Like, it's just, Oh, and this her little smile. Oof.
Has she been in any other horror movies? Usually, like when I watch movies, like I start to Google and stuff. But
she was in the first Don't Breathe.
She's good in
that. Okay.
I can't think of anything else though.
I think there was another one. I just can't remember the name.
Maria, I meant to ask you, and you might have said this already. How are you watching this? Do you own it, or you
bought it on Prime? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bought it on Prime because once they took it off everywhere, I was like, how am I going to watch this like every week? What am I going to do?
Yeah.
So I had to buy it.
Yeah, no shit. Why don't you tell somebody finally?
This guy. Oh, that sound. Oh.
Yeah. This scene is awesome. It's awesome.
Oh. This exact soundbite from the first one.
Oh God.
That's like the buck. That's like the buckle up moment. That's
hell
that's
yeah,
great.
Yeah.
Oh God, you guys, this is the best movie. And this is Evil Dead right here. This is Sam Raimi always has something puking in someone's mouth. And her standing here at the bottom. Oh. Was she smiling? I never realized. Was she? I don't know. Oh, all the chunks. Again, from the first movie. Her eyes, you see her eyes? Oh. Oh, the chunky blood. You're right. It's like non-stop.
Yeah.
Stuff,
but like
going on
in a good way though too. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's just pedal to the metal adrenaline, and it knows what it is, and it just fully commits. I think that's why a lot of people respect it.
Yeah. What a so good.
I know.
Yeah, but right here.
Yeah. She has frozen there. It's just oof. That's the worst.
That.
Yeah. And then seeing her from behind. Yeah. Oh.
I love this follow through too with the camera.
I didn't know what that was.
Murray's pouring
I'm
shots.
pouring it through my mug. I'm pouring my Coke in my mug.
I was like, man, she's peeing a lot louder than I remembered.
Poor Converse.
She's dehydrated as fuck, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, poor Converse. I always feel bad for Converse too. Not
I mean, they
her
were white
face,
and they're all
the
dirty
Converse.
Now. Yeah, the Converse.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The sound. This sound.
Yeah, it's gnarly.
It is gnarly. Exactly. Gross.
She tried to kill me.
She tried to kill me. Well, he possessed her, so yeah. Ugh.
God.
The effects in this movie are just so good.
Yeah.
Oh.
That would hurt so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be. And it's funny because like there's the actors in this movie, it's like, yeah, they're right, but then once they're deadites, you're like, holy crap. Like, they're so good. Oh God. I just can't stop smiling for this whole movie. I just smile the whole time. My cheeks hurt by the end. I just love it.
Like, oh,
in that cavity under.
Oh
yeah. That screams so good. Oh, that music right there was so evil.
Yeah.
Oh, there's. Oh my god. Oof, this guy. This about her brother is what makes me, I think, a little more upset, and that I don't like is when he tells his girlfriend, go get him some, what do you say, like water, or go get something, like go into the cabin by yourself, my girlfriend, and where the possessed people are, and just get. And she's like, all right.
Yeah,
I'd be like, no, I'm not going in there alone. Screw you. No. But then we couldn't have that awesome scene, so it's okay.
One a damn prayer.
It's an opposite of a prayer. And this girl like seems so like innocent and kind of frail in a way, but then she just does like the most badass thing in this movie, probably.
Mm-hmm. Fuck you.
Yeah.
What other remakes do you guys love that you think is deserving of high praise?
Dawn of the Dead, better than the first one. My second favorite remake ever.
That's a good one.
It's a great one.
It's basic, but I probably have to go with it. Just because of where just because where the original ranks for me, and how they did such a good job with it.
I would say
not the biggest chapter 2 fan. I don't think it's terrible, but just not the biggest fan of it. I think again, I've talked about this before. It's just something about that original kids back in the day, on bikes. I just love that storyline better.
Yeah, me too. I think most people do. I would say John Carpenter's The Thing. I would say
that's a good one.
I would say The Hills Have Eyes.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's a nasty one.
I hated that movie.
It's very well done, though.
Yeah, okay, that's why I hated it so much.
So I do have a hot take for some people. I think it's 2003. I like the 2003 Texas Chainsaw Massacre the best out of all.
Great.
Of them.
I think it's the best one as well.
Yeah.
For me, I think the OG, that one's really tough for me to watch. That one's just so
gritty.
Yeah,
gritty, I'm just not the biggest fan of it.
Gritty and loud and just filthy. Swing. But I also gotta throw in today's his birthday. I gotta throw Rob Zombie's Halloween. I gotta throw that.
I was gonna say I also like the Rob Zombie Halloween because that's a total he totally reimagined it and made it his own, and I think he did a good job.
Yeah, I'm coming around on that one. I've talked to Kevin about that plenty of times. I'm definitely warming up to that. I found myself wanting to watch it more. I watched it just a week ago here recently. It's definitely becoming an easier watch for me, and I'm enjoying it a lot more than I did in the past. I think my theater experience was just so bad with it. Like I've always had a real sour taste in my mouth because it's a very hard movie to take your entire family to go see. Like my mother is sitting. My mother's sitting right next to me when they're talking about skull fucking each other. So you know how uncomfortable that just is. Like it just, I don't know. It was just a weird experience. I think that plays a big factor into it. And I'll also say this one last thing on remakes. I like the 2009 Friday the 13th movie.
Me too.
So.
Oh, God.
Here's your scene, Marie.
I know.
Yeah.
This is dope. This is cool.
It is. It is terrible. This is terrible. In the best way. In the eyes rolling back in the head. Yes. Yes. Oh,
so I would say that. So I would say when I.
Like that's the dialogue I want in an Evil Dead movie. Are you gonna throw that in a movie with children?
No,
probably not.
Definitely perfect. That's yeah, I get what you're saying.
I doubt it.
Yeah,
I also doubt it.
But Mike, touching on Friday the 13th remake, I remember seeing that in theaters, and the beginning of that movie, the first, I don't think the title card showed for like the first 20-25 minutes.
Yeah, and like after that camp scene, which was about 25 minutes. Yeah, it was long.
Yeah. Man, that intro to that movie is awesome. I love the intro to that movie.
Yeah, it's really good.
And then the rest of the movie happens. We're just kind of like, but it has its moments. It has its moments.
It's just like compared to the first one. I know the first one has its fans. I've just never been the original Friday the 13th fan. Like, one, it wasn't Jason. I don't know. For me, it just wasn't for me.
Same.
All good remakes, but if it had to be like remakes that are better than the original, this and Dawn of the Dead for me are to me better than the original. But there are some extremely good remakes out there that
it does get difficult when you throw in the word better. I would go Friday the 13th, and again, that's going to be debatable for some people. It's just not for me. So that's one that I would throw in there. And then honestly, Texas Chainsaw Massacre too. I would.
I might have to rewatch that.
Yeah, Marcus Nispel's a great director, man.
Yeah,
I love that movie. And that's Burke's. Like, I think it's his favorite remake and one of his favorite movies of all time. That movie.
Talking about the Texas Chainsaw?
Yeah, talk about a movie that like kicks you in the teeth right from the beginning, like this one does, and doesn't let up. Texas Chainsaw does.
Yeah. I need to rewatch it. I was inebriated when I watched it years ago. I don't remember a thing. I don't remember anything.
Really?
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Good. It's his 20th anniversary this October. 20 years, man.
I think, what is it? I think it's 50 years for The Exorcist this year. Is it 50? It's a big one this year. I can't remember. My math is off, but it's a big one this year.
That's a big one.
Let's see.
I don't know.
It's either 50 or 60.
That's a hard rewatch for me.
I wasn't too good at math class, so.
Me neither. It's all right.
All right, cool. Appreciate that.
You're right. December 26, 1973. Wow.
Friday the 13th remake intro was awesome, and the one kill sounds that was a girl in the sack hanging. Ooh.
Yeah.
That was really
great.
Ooh.
Great kill. I love whenever the one boyfriend gets caught in the bear trap, and he sees Jason. He can't do anything to stop Jason, and Jason does what he does. And I love Sackhead Jason. I love that he runs.
Me too.
And it cuts right when he's swinging. I think that's badass. And I really love the Trent kill in Friday the 13th.
Me too. And a lot of people have debated, like, you know, what's better, the Sackhead Jason or Hockey Mask Jason. I love how that movie incorporated both of them in a good way.
Yeah.
Okay, my one complaint is I wish he said "Dead by Dawn"
Yeah.
because to me, I would have been like, yes, because that's from Evil Dead 2.
I agree.
And this hand acting, this girl with her hand acting, come on now.
It's
she
like
did an award for hand acting. And I love that they brought aspects of Evil Dead 2 in it as well, because
at what point do you just snap your own neck?
How do you snap your own neck? Man, I can't even put eye drops in my eyes. I can't do shit like this. I can't even use nose spray. Like, I was like, oh, I can't do it.
Oh,
I can't.
Yeah.
Cut off my own hand? F it. I can have somebody else cut off my arm for me, but do it myself, I don't know.
You ever see 127 Hours with James Franco?
No.
Well, this kind of happens in it.
Ooh.
See, like stuff like that doesn't really bother me. Oh, I was gonna say earlier when I first watched this movie, the tongue scene. I'm not gonna lie, I turned away.
Ooh.
And there's very few. I can watch it now, but that first time, like, there's very few movies that make me do that. And the one recently that did it outside of this one was the fucking scene that you told me about, Marie and Terrifier.
Oh yeah, well that's really
It's just like for the tongue, like I think it's so like like I don't know. I couldn't do it.
It's terrible. Like it is. Oh, this laugh here too. Oh, I don't think I've ever watched this movie so close to my face, and it's so good.
So Marie, are you gonna watch the COVID sick movie this weekend?
You know what? That trailer at the end, I was like, are they gonna make it like politically COVID? And then I was like, I'm not gonna watch it if it is. But at the end, when she's like, "Let me in the car," she's like, "Do you have a mask?" I'm like, "Yes."
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. I love it.
It's
I like that.
It's totally Kevin Williamson though.
You
know what's crazy?
What?
I was just gonna say that it has like 35 reviews on Rotten Tomatoes and it's like at a 96.
Ooh,
which is crazy. I don't believe it's that good.
I don't either, because fucking Megan's got like 98 on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm just like,
that was good, dude. That was good, man. I'm telling you,
it ain't 98%.
I can't. That dance scene, I can't.
This is no shock, but they gave all the good scenes away in the trailer. Typical Blumhouse Universal. So,
except the dance scene to me would be one of the worst scenes.
I didn't really mind that too much.
Did it fit? Did it fit? It was okay. I just didn't like.
I think the only reason that movie works is because they embrace what they are. That like it embraces its corniness to a degree. Like it doesn't try to be something that it's not. But then again, I didn't go kind of like you. We were talking about earlier. I didn't go into it with really high hopes at all. If I'm being quite honest with you, it was just a movie that came out in January and hadn't been to the movie theater in a few weeks. So I was like, all right, I'll go see it. So maybe that goes into play as to why maybe I liked it a little bit more than maybe what it is. I still think I only gave it like a 3 or 3.5. Like I don't think it's this God beat movie that I will watch every Halloween or anything like that. It was more it was just like a fun watch.
I hear it could have went like full insanity and it really held back because
fucking rating PG-13.
Well, they were getting a lot of attention and traffic from like the TikTok shit and like that younger audience. Like they wanted to bring in more money.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Now I'll tell you this:
if
they try to make a franchise out of it, it will be ruined, in my opinion. I think it should just be a standalone. But try telling that to the people who make it, that make amazing money off of it. You know,
right? This guy. Marie knows I wasn't pleased about seeing that dance scene in the trailer. Okay. Well, I mean,
Impressive is a strong word, but I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you liked it, dude.
Mike, have you seen?
He's British. Maybe they use it differently there. Sorry, go
What's
on.
up, dude?
Mike, have you seen the trailer for Skinamarink?
I did, and I'm very interested in that. I tried to do some research on it. Like, I don't know, like, when's it coming out or where is it coming out? I know it's like limited or something like that.
It might come out. I know it's a limited release. Actually, it's out today and tomorrow. I'm gonna go see it tomorrow in theaters. I don't know when it's coming on Shudder though, but I know it's soon.
Let me look and see if it's near me, because if it's near me, I'm going tomorrow.
It's kind of found footage, but it's like still found footage, right? Like, it's not. I had a dream about.
I was about to say, am I gonna walk out on it?
No,
no, I don't think it's Blair Witch-esque.
I have it in my Google Drive right now. I'm gonna watch it this weekend.
Wow, yes. Marie, you should support the movie and actually go pay to see it.
I don't think it's playing here anywhere. I live in Canada. Come on now.
It's okay. It's not playing near me either. So
it's definitely not playing in my country then.
Yeah, no, them damn North Carolinians, they get everything, man. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, right.
What? I would love to, but you know what? I will go see it. If it comes to the theater here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, I will definitely pay to go see it.
I'm just fucking with you, Marie.
No, but you're right. I should pay and support this like low budget.
Well, if I'm being honest with you, I'm kind of jealous now because it's not coming near me.
No. This one he gets his hand split in half by the crowbar.
Yeah.
Oh.
Here we go.
Oh my god.
Here we go.
Kevin, are you laughing?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
We got people watching that are texting me.
Oh.
Are they clowning?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
They actually want to come on the show.
Why don't they just go and comment in the comment section in the YouTube instead of doing
they
private? Share it with the class. God.
Yeah.
Rude.
They should. I should just hold up my phone and show who it is.
You should.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Out them.
You said they'd come on my show?
They want to.
Well, I've been looking for people to come on my show, so tell them to DM me.
I will.
Like, I'm good up to this. Oh, Marie, I meant to tell you this, by the way. I watched the rom-com last night, and it got me excited about our top 10 rom-coms coming up. I'm excited about that. It's different. I can't wait.
Yeah, I saw you rate some rom-coms on Letterboxd. I was like, all right, here we go.
Friends, I'm gonna tip my hand a little bit. Friends with Benefits will be on my top 10. I love some Mila Kunis.
I was one. I think there's like certain rom-coms that like all men like, and I'm like, is Just Friends on your list?
Mine is, yeah.
Or it's on your. I know. Yeah. I think it's just like that's such a or like Chasing Amy. Guys usually
Forgetting
really
Sarah
like
Marshall.
Chasing Amy. That's the other one.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall. I'm not gonna tip my whole hand, but 50 First Dates is high on my list.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I'll say. But
I feel like Marie's is like You've Got Mail, When Harry Met Sally.
Yeah.
Don't. You're okay. No.
They are.
How?
Yeah.
How did you know
I'll keep
that?
going. Are they?
Yeah.
Of course they are. Oh my god.
Yeah, they are.
Like, let me think of some more.
How did you pick those two? Because Meg Ryan or what? Like this typical girl movie? Didn't I? No, because you were saying something about rom-com movies one day. No. It was 90. No, 90? No. You were doing your list of top 90s movies, right? Or 80s movies?
We did touch on it.
And I was like, "Oh, is when Harry met Sally in there?"
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, "No." What you want to guess one more? Guess one more that'd be my list.
While you were sleeping.
Nope.
Is that a rom-com?
Yeah,
all right, let me ask you this: do you like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days?
Okay, I like Sleepless in Seattle and I like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, but they're neither on my list.
I would also do 10 Things I Hate
Those are
About
good
You.
movies. Nope.
Good movies.
Not they are good. They're not on my list though. I got ones that are
10 Things I Hate About You is not in your top 10?
no.
Whoa.
You're gonna be fucking blown for my list. Holy shit.
Oh, we're gonna have different. Oh, I love this right here because this is so Evil Dead. The like quick shots, zoom ins. Yeah. Love it. This is so. Sorry. Yes. I have my list ready. I have like 3 extra on there, so I need to like shorten it up.
Like it's not on my list, but Knocked Up. I like that movie.
Oh, Knocked Up is good. Yeah, it's not on my list either, but it's good.
Great movie. Very quotable movie.
There's some other good ones too. I think Adam Sandler's in a couple good rom-com movies.
Oh my god, so many. Yeah. Ooh, I have one that's like really high up there. Oh, okay, no,
but it's like
save it.
Like movies that I would consider not to be a rom-com. If you look them up, they'll say rom-com, and I'm like, really? I don't know. So it's like picking and choosing. Like, is that really a rom-com for me, or I don't
know. Marie, do you not like Just Friends?
I don't think I've ever seen the whole movie. I just know that really seems to be a typical guy rom-com. Yeah, I've heard other guys say they like that movie.
Do you like Friends with Benefits?
Which one's that? Is that the one with Natalie Portman?
No, that's
No Strings Attached.
No. Oh,
that's No Strings Attached.
Is that the Mila Kunis one?
Yeah, and Justin Timberlake.
That was good. Yeah.
I watched that last night.
That's a good one. But yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for that because.
I think we're like Evil Dead rom-coms. Evil Dead. Yeah. See, this is okay. A lot of the times, okay, well, not a lot of times, but I will also put this movie on as a bedtime movie to go to sleep to, and I usually either turn it off or fall asleep before this part. This act of the movie is when it kind of like falls off a little bit for me.
Yeah.
Not in a major way because I do love the burial scene, but
it does feel it starts to get a little trite, a little repetitive when it gets here, but it doesn't last too long. But I do agree with what you're saying.
Maybe just because I've seen the ending part less. I don't know, but it's good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Would you rather die by fire or by water?
Drowning. Drowning.
Yeah, I would have to go water too.
I don't know how people know this, but I've heard this is like when you are drowning, your brain kind of gets into like a euphoric state beforehand. So I don't know if they've like, there's people who like almost drowned to death and they like got them back to life and they were like, oh no, the white light. But if you're burning to death, there's nothing, like there's no.
So I was
no.
I was looking at Alex Vincent's work. I noticed the Goosebumps picture behind you, Marie. I think I'm gonna order me one this weekend. There's a couple that I really like.
I kind of want the Pearl one now, but the Hereditary one, ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get one of the Ghostface ones, his stab version.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a real good one.
Ugh, oh, creepy body in the water. Oh, this is so good. Guys, the red dress. I should do a wardrobe change. No, I was kidding. No.
Clark Kent.
Yeah. Oh, this is so good.
Why do you hate me, David?
I think it is just married.
It is.
Oh. So good. Like, give this girl an award, please.
What's up, guys? Appreciate y'all tuning in. I enjoy y'all's work very much. So appreciate y'all tuning in and kicking it with us.
Yeah, appreciate it. Good Real Hunting. They put out some good shit. So appreciate.
I'm excited for their
the
award show.
Yeah. I love their intros, like their skits that they do.
It's so
They're
funny.
really funny. Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, I think this is my favorite scene of the movie.
It's so good. And she's like toying with his emotions and stuff like the Deadites do.
Here we go.
Coming. Oh. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is
I don't know. He's good. He's good. The brother's good. Like, you know, when you watch it 78 times, you're like, oh yeah, he's actually pretty good. Like, that seems legit.
All right. Well, I'll let you know in about 75 more watches.
Yeah. Well, he's murdering his sister to save her soul. Like, I mean, like, that's like a true, that's love.
Yeah. Yeah. The nice subtle music behind it, like, oh, here we go. Time to save it.
Mm-hmm.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. Kevin was waiting all night. He's like, I can't wait to say Pulp Fiction.
I fucking love Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, it's good.
Royale with cheese. Pork tastes good. Bacon tastes good.
I got Bert coming on the show next week.
My boy. What y'all talking about? The current state of horror.
He said I asked him what he would want, give me a topic, and he said he just wanted to talk some horror. I was like, nice, I'm with it.
I bet he's pissed. Is he pissed? Is he coming on just to rage?
I know he's not a big modern horror fan, so
yeah,
that's good. I mean,
it'll be a good conversation because I liked
passion.
a lot of the horror. Yeah, I liked a lot of the horror movies that came out this year, so it'll be a good combo for sure.
Cute little teddy bear blanket. So why does it still rain blood? Because it needs 5 souls, right?
Mm-hmm.
So are they counting? Okay, so there's Olivia, there's the blonde chick, there's the dude friend,
Mia.
so it doesn't need to keep the soul. This is what I'm confused about, and I have always been confused about. And like the brother doesn't get possessed, but actually apparently there is like a cut scene where he does get possessed. So I don't know if they're counting that. But I'm like, does the dog soul count?
Unless you count Grandpa, the dog.
Or what about how in the beginning, how she said like how that girl killed her mom? Does that girl count in the beginning? Or the mom?
Oh, like, yeah.
Maybe that counts.
I would say so, yeah. I feel like you would definitely have to count
that. Oof.
I love that.
Oh, that sound. Oof. Mm-hmm. I think that's a huge reason why I love the movie Willow Creek so much.
I still gotta watch that.
It's like a found footage horror. It's like Blair Witch, but with Bigfoot.
I've heard it was really good.
Because I don't want to say anything, but like that sounds in it kind of in a different way. And I just, I guess maybe it reminds me of this.
You seen Harry and the Hendersons?
Oh my God. That's my most favorite childhood movies. I remember when he like would smack his face on like the windshield. I always had to look away because it scared me so much.
My nephew lost his bottom tooth the other day. And whenever he started screaming when it came out, he sounded like whenever that scene where they're trying to take Harry back to the woods and Harry like imitates a police siren. Like, it's like, what? That was my nephew. It was so funny.
You didn't laugh, did you?
Yeah, I laughed. I said, man, you sound like Harry. And I showed it to him and he's like, oh, you're making fun of me. And he freaked out and ran away. I was like, no, buddy. I was like, we're trying to make light of it. It's fine.
Yeah.
But then he started laughing. But it was good. He sounded just like Harry.
That's okay. I forgot about that. But that is kind of funny that happened in that movie and then Willow Creek. Kevin, you haven't seen Willow Creek ever?
Not yet.
Okay. It is. Not yet. It is a very, very slow burn.
So is a recent movie that I just watched that I liked and most people hated.
I already know where you're
about. Yeah, Mike knows. Yeah. It was The Pale Blue Eye with Christian Bale and Harry.
Okay, I want to see that. Really bad.
It's very slow. Very slow. The mystery is nothing you haven't already seen before, but what I loved about it was Harry Melling's performance. He's Edgar Allan Poe, and he like outshined Christian Bale. And I just really was submerged and kind of sucked into the dialogue and the mood of the movie. But it is very slow.
I love slow movies. I don't know. Slow movies, especially if they have like a good payoff.
Yeah. Well, there's just a couple scenes with Harry Melling where he really pulls at your heartstrings and you feel for his character.
He does.
I thought it was really
good. Really good. That part, he's really good in it.
All right, here's the thing we talked about, Marie, a couple weeks ago. This scene with the abomination.
Ooh, so the actor who plays the abomination, which I learned last weekend, is like wearing a Mia mask. And they like kind of, I don't know if they kind of CG'd the face when it's close up, but you can't tell like anything CG or a mask. Everything is done so perfectly. Oh, see, yeah, there's that hole. Get in that hole. Don't stop though.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then right there was a good opportunity for like a photo op to promote the movie. So I get it.
Yeah.
Oh, there was another. Was it the bicep? I think so. No, the cheek. There was something. So this part where they like slice her knee when she's in between the wall, they didn't have a fake knee.
Right. Yes.
And they used was it the bicep or was it the cheek? They used different part.
It was a part they use on the blonde girl, I think. Right?
Yeah, I think it's the bicep, right?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't like a I
think so.
Oh, that's interesting.
It was like a last minute thing too, I think.
Yeah. Yes, it was. Oh, I love that sound so much. It just clicked why I like Willow Creek so much because the sound.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, but like, how does this girl look so cute? This is like the cutest she's looked in the movie, all like covered in blood and just like this little red dress. Yeah. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Looks so good. I still love this music so much. I love how they made the like Abomination kind of like androgynous.
Mm-hmm.
I just love that aspect. Oh, just that close up too.
Yeah, Sam Raimi hand shot.
Yeah, so good.
This part always reminds me of Child's Play 2 whenever Chucky gets caught in the conveyor. Yeah.
Yeah, and he has to pull it off.
Yeah.
I forgot tomorrow's Friday the 13th.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
No.
See, and like
ooey gooey.
But this too, I'm like, is this symbolic too? Is like her and the drugs of enough of this shit, and she's like ripping off one of her hands, and like, how hard would it be to freaking shoot up with? Like, you can't like.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's things like that in the Rob Zombie movies where I'm like, am I reaching for stuff, or was this planned for? I don't know. I like to believe it was thought of, but even if it wasn't, it's still cool that I pulled that out of it. You know?
Yes, true, and it makes you think about it too. So,
I watched this movie with my brother when I went to go visit him, and he's so evil. He's like a professor and like an academic. He'd be the guy who would read it out loud, the book out loud.
Yeah.
But he was like, "Oh, this is so symbolic of addiction because of all these reasons." And I was like, "Damn!" And he had some good insights. Maybe he was reaching, but they made sense.
Yeah.
I wish I could remember what they were, but it was brilliant. Ugh. So silly. Love it. Just look at that. It's so nice.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Yeah, so if you did a sequel to this, where would Mia be?
Insane asylum. That's where I would be.
Mm-hmm.
How do you live a normal life after that? Come on now. I'd live in a cabin in the woods. I would just be like secluded from society. Like, how do you live a normal life after something like that? Come on now. I'd be like, you'd want to do drugs, like to forget. I don't know what it would be. In all seriousness, I don't know.
She'd be the Jamie Lee Curtis 2.0 and H2O.
I wouldn't be able to live. I wouldn't be able to be anywhere near the woods if I was Mia. I'd have to be somewhere
center city of some type of city.
Sister Act 4 or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Sister Act. Yeah.
Sister Act 4, straight out of the woods. So let's go. I don't know.
That's a very symbolic shot. That's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, but this leaves it open that there's going to be a sequel afterwards. This is why.
It does, yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It does. Maybe that was the plan, or some, yeah.
Make a sequel. Did you guys ever watch it, like, right to the very end of the credits?
I don't think so.
No.
But I will now.
There's a cute little tidbit. There's like a 2-second tidbit.
Oh.
Nice.
At the very end. Fede Alvarez, make a sequel. Come on now.
What's the last thing he directed? Was it Don't Breathe? It couldn't have been that.
You said Eddie Alvarez?
Fede Alvarez. He's been a producer for a lot of stuff, but I don't know what he's directed recently.
He did. Did he not do the new Texas Chainsaw? No. Okay, it is Don't Breathe. Don't Breathe 2.
The DP for that movie.
Texas Chainsaw. Yeah. He did something.
The DP for that movie had to step in and direct it because that movie was having all sorts of problems. Yeah.
She was supposed to go to theaters and Netflix bought
it. Yeah.
He was one of the writers out of 4 writers. Clearly, he wasn't the head writer because
yeah.
Marie,
great pick.
Yes.
Great pick.
Are you being sarcastic or what?
No, I'm serious. I'm 100% serious. I promise.
Oh, I love this movie.
It's a really, really good movie.
Favorite. Just because it took one of my all-time favorites and made it better, and it made me love it. Just I don't know. It gave me all the feelings I want to feel in a horror movie, and it's perfect to me. It's perfect. Little bow at the end. It's perfect.
Kevin, you're up next, movie-wise.
What are you gonna pick? Ooh. What are you gonna pick? Woo! Black Christmas.
Halloween 2. Rob, no, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
It'll be
no, I can't do that. That one I cherish too much. And I know that Mike gave it half a star on Letterboxd, which hurt.
Holy, that's rude.
Yeah. My boy gave him half a star. But
sorry, man. I'm so sorry, man.
That's one that I can't watch a ton, but I just like how much I love it. I don't want to like gush about it and try to make other people understand it. So I don't know.
But I like that. I would love to hear your thoughts on why you love it so much.
Maybe.
I did it for you tonight. I'm like, no, but listen to this.
Well,
I want that back.
Evil Dead is universally respected more than H2, I would say. Right.
But that makes me more interested as in why you see it in maybe a different light than like the majority of the people.
Mike's like, stop, Marie, stop. No.
No. Listen. It's your pick, your movie. We did it. We did it on the podcast. I didn't trash it too much. I was respectful as I could be.
You were, man.
As I could be.
But I get the trash. I get it.
listen though, I've been on record not to go down a rabbit hole, but probably one of the badass opening scenes to a movie that is out there. Like, come on now.
It
Like
is.
everything about it, the gore, the walking in the rain, like it is.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely love that opening.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite openings ever.
I mean,
I'm not gonna pick. I'm not. Go ahead.
I don't know if I told you, but when I went down to it, when I went down to Atlanta, I did go to the opening. I went to the school.
The school. I had no idea it was a school
Yeah.
until I really did some extensive research, and everything's so spread out down there. It takes forever to get to all the places, but that's a cool spot. My favorite spot down there from H2 is where the coroner hits the cow. That whole road, that road's really spooky and just has that H2 feel. But I'm not going to pick H2. I was thinking about Scream, but I don't want to overdo Scream because we're about to take a deep dive into it. I thought about Hereditary. Yeah,
dude,
I thought about Hereditary.
I watched that the other night at like 2 a.m. when I couldn't sleep.
Mm-hmm.
It still gives me chills. Still gives me fucking
chills. That's gonna keep you up.
Yeah.
Man, that movie. That's the last horror movie that's truly scared me. Was Hereditary.
I think same here, because before that, I think it was The Conjuring for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then Hereditary.
Yeah.
And I think that was the last one that like really. Yeah.
So those are 2 movies, and also Rob Zombie's Halloween's another one maybe. But Burke and I are talking about possibly doing a watch along with that. So, still thinking. But yeah.
Watch. There's something right here. I don't want to interrupt you, but there's a little something at the end. It's literally a second. I don't even know why they did it. Actually, I know why they did it, but.
Does it show something?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
nice.
I love that. Like, did they? Because if you look up this movie and see the cast, it says Bruce Campbell as Ash Williams. So it's almost like they trick people into watching it, thinking he's in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, that'd have been interesting with Bruce Campbell and what's her name that plays Mia? I know it.
Do you want me to tell you, or you want to wait to guess?
What's it start with?
Jane
Levy?
Yep.
Jane Levy?
Yep. Nice.
Okay.
All right, Kevin. Yeah, man. You're on the hot seat, dude. So you got a month. We'll pick a date in February. It'll be good. Or if y'all don't want to wait till February, it's up to y'all. Whenever y'all's availability, man. I know y'all are the busy ones.
Yeah. I'll let you know.
If you go, dude, don't go to my letterbox and look at my public movies that I've watched in 2023 already, because it's embarrassing. Like, I've watched a lot already.
Man, I watched the new Pinocchio. Well, I don't know if it's that new. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Man, it's
good.
Different. Very different. Like it? I really liked it. I didn't love it. I don't love a lot of Guillermo del Toro movies. A lot of them feel. Whenever I watch his movies, for some reason, I feel like I just took like a bunch of Benadryl. Like I feel like sleepy, even though they're really good. I just feel like I'm kind of hazy. This one is so del Toro. Like it's so his style. Very, very, very well made. It's a little dry. It's almost like a fever dream of Pinocchio. It's very different, but in a good way. And the ending crushed me. Like it crushed me.
I heard it's pretty emotional. So
yeah.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm. But it was good.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
No, I don't know if I want to.
No, I would check it out.
Before we get out of here,
or what?
You're gonna cry. No, you're gonna cry.
You will.
That's what I hear most. Is everybody just says it's emotional.
It's very. It's equally. It's very whimsical, and it's very morbid.
Mm-hmm.
It's an adult version of Pinocchio, but it doesn't take it too extreme. But it's different. It's very mature and darker, but also has like a lot of charm and goofiness to it. It's different, but I never thought I would be recommending a stop motion Pinocchio, but it's good.
Well, that's a good sign, though.
Mm-hmm.
It is. I'm gonna have to watch that. So Marie, before we get out of here, what do you got going on? What do you got going on? Anything going on?
Yes.
Yes. Go ahead and speak to it.
Okay. Next Wednesday is the 18th.
Oh, right? Shit. Here we go.
Finally. I'm getting all blurry. Oh, now the blur is coming. Okay. My new YouTube show is coming out, the first episode of Marie Plays It All.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I have different segments where I'm doing a segment with my brother where we talk about old nerdy stuff. I have a segment that I do with my son where he shows me video games I've never played before, and then I play them for the first time and fail miserably. And then I have another segment where I do with my co-host Daniel from Not a Strong Start, where he introduces me to movies that I've never seen before, questions me on what I think it's about. I fail miserably, obviously. Do I? Or maybe I guess it right. You'll have to tune in and see. And then I watch it, and then we convene after and then talk about the movie. And that's the first episode that we're doing. It's Replays It All. It's called Late to the Game, and it's me watching a movie I've never seen before and guessing what it's about. And I had so much fun doing it. So that's going to come out on Wednesday.
Hell yeah. I cannot wait for that. I've been waiting.
We all been
waiting, Marie. We know you've been working hard.
I've been working hard, and then, I had to learn how to use I'm still learning. God, Premiere Pro is so hard. Kevin, is that what you use?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. You should hit me up if you need help with it.
Oh my God, Kevin. Just like,
well, yeah, okay. It's a lot. There's a lot to learn and look at in Premiere Pro, especially when you just come from iMovie or some shit like that. But
how about not even that?
Once you get the basics of it, I'm still learning shit to do on there. But once you get the basics, you're set. But just let me know if you need help.
Okay. Well, thank you. But yeah, it's coming out. YouTube.
Hell yeah. Awesome. Really looking forward to that. What about you, Kev?
Thank you.
What about me, man? I don't really have a whole lot going on, man. Not really, man. Just trying to sleep better and trying to make sure my dog quits having allergies, but that's kind of it.
Yeah.
Aww.
I'm the same way.
He's been to the vet twice in the last week.
Yeah.
So yeah, just trying to
Is it dog allergy season?
I think he just always has allergies because of his breed, but he had a double ear infection, and then he's always flopping his ears because they itch. He's got allergies. His paws itch. He had a little rash on his belly. So I'm just like, dude, you're killing me, man.
Yeah.
You're killing me.
My pup is the same way, man. He has terrible allergies, man.
Always
scratching and chewing his paws.
Yeah, he's getting better. I have to be sneaky with his. Is Carson picky with his pills? Do you have to hide it? Does he just put it on his food and he eats it?
I put it on his food. I used to when he was a lot smaller. He would not eat it. I would have to put it in cheese or something. But now I can just throw it in his food. Yeah, cheese is a trick. So,
man.
Aww.
But that's it.
Allergy dogs. Aww.
Yeah, I know. My guy's knocked out right beside me now. So, all right, everybody. We'll appreciate y'all tuning in to the watch along. Marie, thank you again for picking such a great movie for us to watch. It was awesome. Appreciate the comments. And we'll see everybody on the next one. Kevin is up next. So, I'm sure we'll
Kevin choose?
Yeah. Hot seat time.
It's going to be fun. Hot seat time. Ooh, maybe.
Oh, that's so good. All right, everybody. Yes. I love that. All right, everybody. Have a good night and see you later.
Later, guys.
Bye.